Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa is not a financial planner. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Uh, okay, so we're going to talk about why $700 is in your future. And we're going to talk about Elon and Rand Paul and the Department of Government Efficiency. Now, we got 70 days from tomorrow until Trump actually takes office, when they can start working on reducing the regulations in the government and permits. I'm talking about Tesla here. And everything at Tesla will be much more streamlined, I believe, uh, shortly after Trump takes office. So, Elon is going to be the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, working hand in hand with Rand Paul, senator from Kentucky. Um, Accolades for him would be extreme honesty. I have the monthly chart up here. Each candle is 1 month, and we're gonna talk about this. What's going on with this monthly chart, as well as the other ones quickly. But but I need to go through a few things here first. So everything's going to be more streamlined. I've always been bullish on Tesla, and uh, but being bullish on Tesla now is kind of an understatement. This what's coming is just phenomenal. It's opportunity. It's an opportunity for each and every one of us to do very well in a stock. If you believe in Elon, and like I do, watch my last live stream. I go through not even near everything that Tesla's got going, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. From Optimus to the batteries to the storage systems, and not to mention they make cars and Cybertruck and all that stuff. But so let's look a little bit at where we're at right now. Right now we have upside resistance. You see where my mouse is? Right around 329. But it's hard to get it on an exact number, but right around 329.50. You're gonna we have resistance there. Okay, we came real close to 329, and but I'm telling you, in Grandpa's opinion, there is some resistance at the 329.50, and we can go through that like bread and butter, no problem. Above that, you have some resistance in the 345, 349, 350 area actually. And then above that, let's look at this 414.50. Now, if you take in consideration the 3-to-1 reverse split that Tesla did, the price here was actually, when Grandpa first started trading, was $1,250 approximately. Okay, and I really started trading when Tesla was about 1,000 a share, probably somewhere right around where Grandpa's got his mouse here, in this area. And I'm going to point out why that's important to you shortly. Uh, on the downside, we have support currently, and we have pretty strong support at 285. Oh, where's 285 on this bus? Um, right around right around where Grandpa's got his yellow line. Imagine that. That was resistance on the way up. Well, boy, did we blow through it. But yeah, 285 will act as support. And can we see that number again here in the next 70 days? 70 days from tomorrow is until the cavalry actually comes to town to get rid of these regulations and trouble getting permits and everything that slowed Tesla down. And in spite of all this, Tesla has done phenomenal. They're beyond profitable, but they're going to really be profitable here shortly, in Grandpa's humble opinion. Keep in mind, this is Grandpa's opinion, and you know what? Grandpa does calculating and everything, but Grandpa's not always 100% right. But I'm telling you, Tesla is going up big time, big time. So on the downside, you have support, like I say, at 285. You also have support at 300 right here. And 305, 307 area, there's some. The 312, you know, there's, but your main support's going to be down in that 297, 285 area, okay? 316 is a place of support on the way down. But, you know, back in the day when I first started trading Tesla, when the stock prices goes up and is higher in any stock, but especially I see it in Tesla, the higher the dollar price, the more movement from high to low that you can expect. And you should start expecting larger movements as Tesla goes up. $50 from high to low will not be out of the ordinary. You know, and in the past, when it was $950,000, when Grandpa first started trading Tesla, back in those days, $20 to $50 from high to low was commonplace. And we've been in a stretch for a long, long time now. I seen a huge difference once they did the split in the amount of movement. You know, you get used to a movement of $5 from high to low, $10 from high to low is on the higher side, $20 is an extreme. But $20 is no longer an extreme in Tesla. We in that last week here, whatever day it was, we moved $50. That was our first sign. Overnight type of deal through the day and overnight, and it went up another $10 after that. So actually, $61 movement. And back in the day, that was fairly common. And so if you got $50 out of whack, you didn't panic, you didn't jump off the bridge, you just bought more shares, or vice versa type of deal. And so, yeah, I'm in this last trading day, normally 20, if you're buying, thinking it's going to reverse in the $25 range, which Grandpa's mind is still stuck in that train of thought. I've got to get my brain, I talk about it, but I got to get my brain back to thinking higher movements from high to low throughout the day as being very possible. Because, you know, I know there was a number of people that shorted up about $25 from the low, and they're not doing too good. And Grandpa was one of those, and I know many others that did. And so just a warning to be aware of that. Okay. Um, let's see. So on the upside resistance, I don't know how far I went. So we have the 414.50, which in the old days, like I say, was 1250. Uh, will we bounce off of that? Maybe back and forth. Some when it gets there, it's possible we might spend a few days there. Uh, and then again, uh, we could go up through 414.50 and bounce up to the 500 that Grandpa's says is coming very soon here, and bounce back to 414 up to 700. We keep in mind we have 70 days, but as the word spreads, what's going on with Elon and Rand Paul being the head of the government efficiency, I mean, there's our our government is going to be way more efficient, to say the least. And if you look at what Elon did with Twitter, now called X, I expect the same thing to happen with our government. Probably running with 20 or 25% of the current people and running more effectively and more efficiently. And probably half the programs that aren't needed now, and so on. Okay, I'm going to get off that now because I got some other things to cover with you. GTC-EXTO. GTC-EXTO. Remember that. Write it down. What that is the ability in Thinkorswim to be able to trade from 8 p.m. Eastern Time Sunday night through 8 p.m. Friday night Eastern Time. In other words, 24 hours a day on Thinkorswim. Now, I just read about this today. I haven't got it enabled on mine currently, but you can only do it on Thinkorswim. And it's only for select securities. Now, the question is, and I will find out probably today or tomorrow, the question is Tesla one of these select securities? If it is, then we should be able to be enabled, and I don't know how to do that either yet. We should be able to be enabled now to trade literally 24 hours a day from 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday night, which is coming up here in about 6 hours, through 8 p.m. Friday. And Grandpa monitors this very often. I have access to where I can monitor it, but I can't trade. I can only trade from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? Or I mean 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time is all I can do currently, where I know if you have Moomoo and or Weeble, you can trade from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So but this would be huge, because I'm telling you what, very often there's some big, they want to do their gapping of $5 to $10 up and down. Very often happens, you know, after 8 o'clock at night on Sunday night. And then it reflects in our charts at 4 a.m. Our charts start at 4 a.m. currently, at least Grandpa's does. So that's something to look for. Something else I want to talk about is a cash account. I believe that right now, currently, you should, if you knew the trading whatnot, have a cash account. You don't have the worries, and you can take and you buy your shares, and you can sit on them. The fluctuation up and down. If you get a dip down, buy a few more. Keep in mind though that if you do sell some of your shares in your cash account, the money will not be available until the next trading day, even if it says it is. And I'll tell you right now, very often they'll allow you to take and trade that money even though it's not there, and you will get restricted, and 3 strikes and you're out. So don't do it. Know what you're doing. Understand what you're doing. Okay? So if you sell all your shares one day, the money will not be available until the next day, even if it says it is. So that's just the way it is. And like I say, expect larger movements in Tesla from high to low. And I plan on coming back on at 9 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow morning by request. Somebody requested something from Grandpa. I plan on coming back at 9 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow morning and just sticking around until 9:30 at the open on Monday. And Bo wants Grandpa to fix his dump truck, and that's got to take top priority here. So Grandpa's going to be taking off here. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. And more importantly than that, I lost a subscriber. Oh, I want to say something about robots. The robots, the humanoid robots that Elon is making are for utility. They're not for being a partner or getting married to, or they don't look like real women and they don't look like real men, and like the real expensive ones. Elon's making something that's clean and good for us, in Grandpa's opinion. And I'm not recommending that you go out and buy yourself a wife, even if she's a pretty humanoid, or a husband, or whatever. They're too expensive anyway. But what Elon is doing is, I believe, good for us. And another thing about his AI, a lot of these AI, they lie. They don't tell the truth. They'll give you false answers, kind of like our media. Fake news. So you can't even trust them. But Elon's AI he's striving for is with complete honesty. And I like Elon. I like Trump, and I like Rand Paul. And I like Bobby Kennedy also. And he's going to be in charge of the health. And I see good things for our government. It's exciting times. Really exciting times for Tesla. Hey, think about eternity. Think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does.